Hey all, Fiorim here. I'm gonna try something new today. I'm planning to do some review of the starting zones of the game, and for that reason I want to play 1 hour of the gameplay in each of those places, so I decided to create some videos of that. So the plan is to create a new game in each of the 4 starting seasons and just see how it goes. So, as you probably know, there are 4 seasons, 4 starting zones. They are all part of the same map, so it's actually on the long run it doesn't really matter where you go. But obviously it matters for your starting position. 2 of these are marked as ideal for first-time pioneers, the grass fields and the rocky desert. And then there are some more tricky zones which have more like elevation differences and maybe fewer resources that are for advanced pioneers. I'm just gonna go with the grass fields, which is the well, first pick for a lot of us, I guess. It was also my first zone when I created my first save in the game. So let's just start it. Let's skip the intro. Actually, I'm not gonna do the initial steps. I think it's enough to start from tier 1. So this is how the game looks like when you first enter the world. And what we normally just want to do, obviously we want to check where our resources are. So let's scan for iron. There seems to be a bunch of iron that way. And we can scan for limestone as well. Yeah. Still looks good that direction, and then let's look at copper ore as well. It's a bit more to that direction, but I guess if we head this way to those iron ores, that should give us a good starting position. Let's equip our Xeno Sapper so that we can actually kill some wildlife if we encounter it. It's meant to actually bring the copper, but it should be somewhere around here. Here we are at some of those ores. We also have a hog to kill here. Usual strategy, just jump a bit and they will not hit you. It's a normal iron ore, so obviously not perfect, but it doesn't really matter early on in the game. What you have to do when you find the ore, you have to first clear this rock that holds or prevents us from building a miner there. And then we just, I think we have some starting materials in our inventory so we can actually build a miner here. Actually quite conveniently there seems to be limestone next to it as well. Do one of the miners here as well. Obviously we should also place our hub somewhere. Let's place it here. This is gonna be a beginner series, so I'm actually gonna explain things pretty thoroughly. If you are more familiar with the concepts, you might wanna just skip ahead. But what happens with the hub, you get 2 biomass burners that you can use to produce energy. and these burn pretty much leaves and flower petals to begin with. So actually the early stages of the game is pretty much pick everything that you can sort of pick from the ground for energy. This is pretty much what you will do until you discover coal power and can actually automate the energy production. So here we are picking flowers on our new planet. How exciting. Okay, let's just, I think we have two full, or actually we don't have full stacks, but we can split this stack and fill our biomass burners. This gives us energy for our miners. Just put another one here as well. There we have two miners working on this direction. Obviously, actually we should have built a power pole here that comes from those generators. That can lead to another one there. And then this way this is easier to expand. So let's see what our hub says then. We have our hub terminal here which gives us some tier stuff to do. What is really useful to begin with, in my opinion at least, is to get the foundations, because this makes our base a lot easier to maintain. So let's try to go for this one first. This means that we will need some iron plates, iron rods. I can make some, actually we need to make some smelters first. I think we still have materials for those, so just put a smelter here and another one here. And then draw these conveyor belts to those. So this is making us some iron. Same with this. I'm giving it a bit of space because this mine actually can produce, or miner can produce 60 per minute. And the smelter can only consume 30 per minute, but we don't really have splitters yet, so we need to just go with this simple setup so far. Then we should also make a constructor here for some concrete. This is already gonna look like a spaghetti, but that's pretty much what happens earlier in the game. I think you shouldn't be afraid of making some spaghetti. So now we have some concrete production and some iron ingot production. Let's then make, if we can, yes we can, 2 more constructors. And with these we will make iron plates and iron rods. see how our power looks. We have a capacity of 40, we are using 35, so we are pretty close at reaching our maximum. So let's just gather some more leaves. Or leaves and flower petals in this case. And then we should have probably, yes, we have a biomass burner that we can build. Actually we need some wire for that. So for that reason actually we need to go and get some copper. We can build one more miner, we can build smelter and constructor hopefully. So this should be fine. Let's actually draw our power poles there, so we have power to begin with. Where was it? There.
Relaying message. Hello, this is paternal figure. I have taken ill and need your help to find a cure. Doctors say that the only remedy is alien artifacts.
It's now a bit annoying because we don't have any foundations yet. It's a bit hard to get up there, so I just need to find a way. That's this way. So, time for one more miner. And then we just need to find our power pole on the other side of this rock. Oh, we can't afford. I guess we have to manually mine some copper. Can we even make a craft bench? Yes, we can. So I made a mistake. See, the copper ingots is what we need for wires. And now let's make some wire. The early game is a lot of, or quite a lot of manual producing as well before you get to automate stuff. But that's part of the process.
Harvest it.
This AI is also being creepy about that artifact around here.
You are so lucky that you found this most valuable artifact.
Well, I trust you, but I'm still not gonna harvest it because there's no use for them yet.
Comply.
Oh, now we have our usual beginner problem. We ran out of power.
Picking up multiple fixed personnel in the area. Proceed with harvest before it's too late.
So let's make more copper ingots and more wire so that we can build that biomass burner. Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set up this system here anyway first. So this will create copper ingots, and we hopefully have space for or material for construction. Actually, we don't.
Harvest.
So some more copper, or actually, we don't need copper. We just need wire, which we can make cable with. So let's do that. So this will make wire for us.
Relaying message. Hello, this is paternal figure. I have taken ill and need your help to find a cure. Doctors say that the only remedy is alien artifacts.
Just gonna get a bit more copper because I think we might need some more wire. I need to remember where our base was, but luckily we can follow these power poles. Probably not this way. Yeah, we came from up there actually. Let's see, how do we get back? Here it is. I could have obviously built my biomass generator there by the copper as well, but I don't want to do that because it's easier if all the energy production is at the same site, so you can easier, or in a more easy way well, you can in more easy way fill those up. Yes, we need some more wire. You can probably already tell that this is not gonna be a speedrun. I'm definitely not doing stuff most optimally at the moment. So let's start the power grid. We should have enough power now for a while. Seem to also have our 100 plates, maybe. Well, not exactly 100 rods, but getting close there as well. The thing is, in the early game, when you have nothing else to do, you can always collect stuff to burn, because we will need that soon enough anyway. The good thing about grass fields is that this is a green area. There's a lot of vegetation around. If you start, for example, in the one of the desert areas, there's significantly less plants and leaves around there. However, I think the overall resources back there are more abundant. In here you could just get these normal ores that are a bit far away from each other. I think I'm gonna manually craft some of this stuff, because otherwise it takes a bit long. Most of the stuff in the game you can craft manually, it's just those project parts for space elevator that you can't. It's a habit of mine to always dismantle the craft pens I use. I normally build them whenever I need something, and then it's easy to forget them there. I think it's better to dismantle them when you don't need them anymore, but of course now I could have just left it there because I use it right away. So now I have 200 of those. We have plenty. Okay, let's do the first part of our hub, or our what's it called? Hub terminal milestone.
Milestone
This
reached.
sends
You
our
have unlocked several
rocket to
structures that need
space.
to provide the first needed to build basic factory infrastructure and improved overview. Building these will provide a grid for more advanced organizing and sectioning of your factory.
Okay, so let's see what we got. I think we got foundations indeed, and we got foundations, we got ramps. And for those we need concrete and iron plates. Iron plates we have plenty. Concrete I think it's a bit more of a bottleneck. What I want to do with this is to connect our copper, which is down there, up here using some ramps. So let's see if we can already do it with this. Yeah, we can. Also more flowers here. When in doubt, big flowers. It's the golden rule of the early game.
Milestone exchange concluded. Fix-it freighter re-entry complete. Y.
Okay, and let's see what kind of a new milestone we can get. I think we should get those splitters pretty fast, because they are important. Maybe I should have actually started with that. Set comes on the logistics milestone. See, we need some more plates and rods. And quite a lot of wire. Might have to do that manually. Hello there.
I strongly advise you to harvest this specimen.
I would like to harvest the specimen as well, because I don't know where it is. Oh, it's up there. I don't have enough concrete to build a ramp here. The struggle is real. But at least it's fast to manually craft wire. Okay, let's see if we can now proceed. Not enough rods. They're also super fast to do manually, require only one tick. Okay, that should probably do it, let's see. No, we are missing 3 plates. There we go.
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to increase the complexity and efficiency of your factory. We encourage you to consider more verticality when it comes to factory logistics to streamline short-range transportation. The productivity display will help you measure and improve the productivity of individual buildings to aid with optimization.
So, yes, now what we can do is that this produces 60 per minute. This only uses 30 per minute. So we can split the flow, create another smelter next to this one. And so we have doubled our capacity for that mine. Similarly, this only well, this takes 30 per minute, so we can just directly build a constructor. Actually, we can't because we need some reinforced plates, but in theory we could. What does our energy look like? Not in a big problem yet, however, we might actually need to refill this. So let's see, how do we build reinforced iron plates? We need some screws. Like so. Then we can make our... actually, now we are out of wire. I mean cable. Soon we can make those. So, should also make iron plates so that we have that stuff gathered here. And then we're gonna need some more smelters here. Now we are out of wire, obviously. Get some more flower petals while we are at it. Good thing about starting a new game, autosave takes only like less than a second. Takes significantly longer time in my other factory. Splitter here as well, and then this, well, we are out of rods. Okay, let's gather the stuff actually now perfectly. So we have a wire. It's annoying to run back and forth. We can get some plates from these. Some rods from here. Yes, now that we are here, let's do a splitter in here. Another smelter in here. Then you can actually split if we have enough. Yeah, I think we have barely enough wire maybe for this. Or cable. You can split also this stuff for another construction, except now we are missing a reinforced plate. We should make some screw production as well. Let's create by hand a few of these so that we can actually build some constructors. No, out of cable.
Harvest.
So let's see if we can now do it on this side, or if we are still missing something. So We need another smelter here.
Your contract legally compels you to harvest this artifact. Harvest.
And then let's see how much does this take. Only 15 per minute, so we can actually split.
Picking up multiple Fix-It personnel in the area.
Another one.
Proceed with harvest before it's too late.
Like that. So now we can make another wire here. And we can do it 2 more times.
Comply.
Well, now as you can see, I'm not bothering with foundations yet. I think it's better to get some initial production going, and then you can bother about that later.
I have taken ill and need your help to find a cure. Doctors say that the only remedy is alien artifacts.
We are also now, yes, getting dangerously close to having this happening. So we need another biomass burner. What do we actually need for that? We have the materials, that's good. This stuff still has some fuel, that's good. So let's go finish this stuff up now that we have started here. We have 4 machines producing cable, I mean wire, and let's make one more constructor here. For cable. So this produces 30 per minute. Cable needs 60 per minute, so we can merge 2 of these. Did I make the usual problem of, or mistake of making a full Mark 1 power pole? Guess I did. So now our copper production is in quite good shape. We are producing both wire and cable there, so we need to fix this side as well. We will need more rods. I think we actually need more reinforced plates for that again. We need more rods because for screws we need rods, and then obviously for reinforced iron plates we need those screws. Oh, I didn't do the whole thing. And then we're out of plates. here we'll make rods. Oh, out of cable, great. It's the common thing of early game, out of stuff all the time. But once you start automate it and actually put it in containers, then that problem usually disappears. And then we can do this 2 more times. For the other smelter. And then let's see how our screws look like. So they only take 10 per minute, so actually we could theoretically produce a lot of screws from this stuff. So what I will do then is to gather the output from 2 of those rods and make 3 machines producing screws from those. Which, by the way, have another milestone as well. What do we need? This is probably good. So what was I doing? Yeah, I needed to get some reinforced iron plates again. So we will need 3 more constructors, I think. So let's make a merger here. That's these 2. Now I'm gonna do some foundations for the first time, since I have some concrete. This is really how you want to build factories in this game, on foundations, because then you can snap those buildings. So let's do a constructor. Did I miscalculate my... reinforced plates? I guess I did. Yeah, because I didn't produce them. Now we can align these nicely. We can do a proper manifold here. Except this is a bit annoying without hoverback, because you can't see those alignment lines. Maybe you can see them, but they are a bit less obvious. Need some more cable. go wrong? Submerge another splitter. So now we have our screw manifold here, so let's make screws in here. Great stuff. Check how long I have played. 40 minutes so far. Always carry plants when you see them. We're gonna run out of power soon enough, I think. Here's some cable.
Harvest.
Some wire. We just need some screws for our next milestone. Do we actually have... Yeah, we actually have a storage container already in the game, so we should make those. Oh, we have the problem, no power. Do we have an empty power pole somewhere? The next question. Sorry, it's starting to look so much spaghetti. But as said, I won't bother too much about that earlier in the game. We are also missing production. Should actually do one more thing which is quite important, which I have forgotten so far. We should have a constructor and a storage container leading to that. And that should make biomass from leaves. Run into some bug here. I can't press my E key for some reason. Okay, oh, it's working again. So yeah, we can store all our leaves in there, and once we get our power back, that should create us some biomass which is burning more efficiently than the stuff and then these petals themselves. Because the problem is that we are consuming more, so we need one more biomass burner. For that we need some rods. Where are our rods? They are there. Except they are out of power. So let's see, we need a biomass burner. Put some flower petals in there. we should be back in business. So yeah, then we needed to set this thing up here so we can make some biomass from leaves in here. We should do a similar thing actually for let's see, where do we have space? We should do the same thing for wood as well. So the flower petals can't be converted to biomass, so they can be burned right away, but the other stuff should be converted to biomass ideally, because that's a lot more efficient way of getting energy. So let's see, what do we have? We have our wire, we have some of the screws, but not all of them. But that should be enough.
Milestone reached. The molecular analysis machine, referred to as the MAM, will allow R&D to provide new technologies, items, and buildings based on samples collected in the field. To ensure a greater chance of success during exploration, an upgraded tool belt has been provided, as well as an object scanner and beacons. Note: the object scanner requires calibration via the MAM to enable detection of specific objects.
Try to organize this a bit better. Well, these belts don't really look that way. So now we have our iron plates going to that container. Let's make another one here that takes our rods. This also means that these can produce more than they can store in their output slot. This is only one stack. And then let's do one more here. We did it the wrong way. Actually, this is not gonna work because our belt can only transport 60 per minute, but at least some of them will now go to that container. I think that's quite good of the resources that we have so far. We could build one more constructor here. Actually we can't because we need iron plates, but or reinforced iron plates. But yeah, this limestone mine here produces 60 per minute and the constructor is only using 45, so we can do one more, even though we can't fully utilize that, but it's still good to fully utilize the 60 that is produced by the mine. And then we should have a container also for our concrete. Oh great. What is it now? Am I out of fuel somewhere? Yes I am. Solitude is not gonna last for very long. So actually let's take this biomass out from here. This is burned at 10 per minute. I think if we put low potassium, they are burned at 18 per minute, so slightly more efficient. Let's see what we have here. We should get an assembler for our reinforced plates. Should actually get chainsaw as well for to get some wood. That might be even more important. Let's go for this one, because wood is a very good source for biomass. Enough screws, let's deliver them.
Milestone reached. Biofuel will ensure maximum efficiency of biomass burners. To aid in biofuel production, you are now capable of removing foliage that consists primarily of wood. Additionally, R&D inflated your pocket dimension.
So we need some more reinforced iron plates. And what else was it? Iron rods and screws. If we make an equipment workshop, yes, now we can build a chainsaw. What we need for a chainsaw is some solid biofuel, so I think for that, yeah, for that we need biomass. So let's put a constructor if we can. We can't. We need some more reinforced plates. So this should make solid biofuel. It's also very efficient efficient to burn at that biomass burner. So let's get that and equip our chainsaw and go hunt some trees. This should in theory give us a lot of wood, which we can burn, or actually convert to biomass first and then burn. Also admire the view from here. Why can't I cut this down? Maybe it's down there. Some pale berries as well. They can restore health. Oh. I've attracted some wildlife. Maybe they don't attack me. Let's see, this is for leaves, so let's put all our leaves in there. And this is for wood. Let's put our wood in there. Not that much to be honest, but at least it's some. Let's probably make another one in here somewhere. Some more solid biofuel. And then let's see, the next one should probably be about part assembly, because we will need the assembler for our more advanced parts. But that actually looks like I have played my 1 hour, so this is that part done now. I think Grasslands, as mentioned, it's a good starting zone. It's easy starting zone because there's not a lot of hostile creatures, and also you can easily find stuff to burn in your biomass burners, but it's not perfect. I mean, later on it's not perfect because these deposits are a bit more scarce, and also they are rarely pure in here. They are just normal or impure, so might be you need to sort of build your factory a bit wider when you build it here. But for starting, it's pretty nice. I mean, it's quite easy to solve all your energy problems in this area, so I kind of like it. So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching and see you soon.